What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for checking out this video. This is another mail day video. I just need to get caught up on opening all these envelopes and this box here too that you see in front of me. So, hey, what better way than to share what I got with you guys? Once again, if you followed me in the last video, the last mail day video, the Miami Heat edition. You know I'm a big Miami Heat fan, always have been, always will be. You can pretty much expect that most of everything you see here today is going to be Miami Heat once again. Um, Listen, before we get started, though, I'm just going to say a few things. If you're a Miami Heat fan, uh, listen, the warehouse is officially open for business. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. My favorite player, the guy I've invested in since last year, Khalil Ware. In the last video I posted, which was actually beginning of November, I was like, that motor seems to be in park. He's not really doing it, but since then, he is doing it. Last couple games, 20 points, 16, 18 rebounds, couple blocks. Solid numbers for the second year Khalil Ware. So you're going to see a lot of Khalil Ware. I don't know what I got here. I forget, so I'll be pleasantly surprised. But I think you're going to see a lot of Khalil Ware here. If you have not been following the Miami Heat, I urge you to check them out. They just haven't hit the national spotlight yet. But what Coach Spo is doing with this team, like last year, the Jimmy Butler drama and the way that team fell apart, I was watching them. I was rooting for them. Those were tough times. And, we expected this year to start the bounce back. It's Coach Spo. He's like one of the best, if not the best in the NBA. 16-year tenured coach, Miami Heat. But what he's done and the offense that he's rolling and the way the defense has been playing now is tremendous. I love seeing development from young guys. Everyone said you got to go get a big. And you know what? They were trying to get Kevin Durant this past summer. And I was all for that. But not for Khalil Ware. And fortunately, they did not give up Khalil Ware. They were going to include Jaime Jaquez Jr. And you know what? The way Jaime Jaquez Jr. has been playing. By the way, he's in the running for Sixth Man of the Year award. Go to FanDuel right now if you do all that FanDuel gambling. He's number one right now. He's projected to do it. But I kind of rather have Jaime Jaquez at this point than Kevin Durant. Now, I know Kevin Durant is the seasoned veteran, but Jaime, he's just getting started. And this guy is explosive. So let's develop these young guys. Let's be these underdogs, and let's go out and do this. And that's what they're doing. So go Miami Heat. So like I said, check them out. Watch a few games. Let me know what you think. But if you've been following Miami Heat, you know what I'm talking about. And you know these are good times. It's a good time to be a Miami Heat fan. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into this video. All right, so as usual, I just got a pile of stuff here. I don't even remember what it all is, except that it's mostly Miami Heat Miami Heat players. I got this box here, which I'm pretty sure I know what this is. I'll save that to the end. But let's get started here. Let me start with this envelope here first, and pray I don't cut anything in the process. I'm going to try to go quickly for you guys so you don't have to... Oh, dang, this thing's in there pretty good. So you don't have to wait too long on me. But this just increases the anticipation now, doesn't it? All right, so this is definitely a slab. I forgot what it is. My guess is it's Jaime Jaquez or Davion Mitchell. It is Davion. Okay, Davion Mitchell. He is becoming a true point guard, and we got him in the Jimmy Butler trade last year, and we knew he was just high intensity defensive guy. He's one of the top assist guys right now in the NBA this season. He's been tremendous. and he's been more than we ever expected, and he just changing his game for the better. Anyways, long story short, it's a purple wave. I know these aren't numbered, but I've been looking for Davion Mitchell rookie cards, and I had to make sure they're 10s. I don't want 9s, but 10s. And if it's some kind of parallel for 20, 25 bucks, I pick it up. Because like I said in the last video, you're spending that much just to get the card to PSA, you know, if I bought the card individually. And if I bought the card individually, we're talking a couple bucks minimum. And then the shipping and the PSA expenses, you're talking about 30 bucks. And there's a good chance it could come back as a 9. So instant 10, and I'm paying less than the grading price. And like I said, it's Davion Mitchell. This is the best he's ever been in his career. So why not? Speaking of incredible players right now, we talked about Jaime Jaquez Jr. Sixth Man of the Year award is very possible if he keeps doing what he's doing. He's one of the top scorers in the paint this season, and he's doing it all off the bench. This is a really cool card. I love the color match. I love die cuts, but then the color match with the white Heat jersey, which you don't see as much. Usually you see the black jerseys. So this was really cool, and it's numbered out of 149. So, yeah, love this card. Whether I probably will get numbered cards graded someday. And speaking of FanDuel and placing bets, you can go on there right now and place a bet that I'll actually get a PSA send-off before the end of the year. Because chances are, the rate I'm going, it ain't going to happen. I just keep spending my money on more and more cards right now because, you know, I'm watching this Heat team. And when people like Khalil Ware are making these big moments, I mean, it's not just the stats. Watch Khalil Ware play these last couple games. And by the way, I'm recording this November 26, 2025. Actually, the Heat just played the Bucks and they won. I need to go watch that game after I'm done with this. So I got not one but two Simone Fontecchio cards. These are rookies, of course. He's cooled off. He's one of the few guys right now that's cooled off. His three-point shot's not been falling, but you know, since he came to Miami, he's been on a roll though. He's been doing some great things off the bench. I'm hoping he'll bounce back, but like I said, right now he's cooled off. So this is a nice color match. Purple for the Utah Jazz. It's not exactly the same color, but it's probably as good as you're going to get. I think it's closer than, say, we got the blue. It is a numbered card, though, out of 99, so that's always nice. And it's rookie. And then this, I think, is this a Genesis? It looks like a Genesis. I could be wrong. And I don't think Genesis are actually numbered cards. Cosmic, I'm pretty sure it's Genesis. Or maybe it's blue. I'm still trying to figure all these out. To me, sometimes the blue and the Genesis look a lot alike. But anyways, I'm trying to remember what I paid for both of those. It wasn't that much. Maybe 10 bucks for both, I think. Can't remember. It's been a while. Alrighty, so I mentioned Khalil Ware. I know he's got to be in here somewhere, but I know I'm still picking up a lot of Jaime Jaquez. Oh, yeah, this card. I forgot about this. I definitely wanted this. I thought this was a cool card. I usually don't do too many Donruss or Donruss Optics, but this is numbered to 99. I think this is Copper, it's called. Really cool card, you know, with Copper. I haven't seen too many cards that have that coloring, that border. So that's pretty cool. And, you know, numbered to 99. Actually, this one, it was in an auction, and there were a lot of bids for it, and it was the only one I'd seen for a while, so I probably ended up paying a little bit more than I should have, 14 bucks, you know, but if I do decide to get it graded, that corner's a little, see that corner right there, that may keep it from being a 10. But, you know, even raw, if he comes back, you know, being the Sixth Man of the Year award here, keeps playing the way he does, even raw, that card's going to jump up in value. We got another Jaime, another Donruss. This is obviously for the color match, although, you know, the black jerseys, they only have red highlights, but that's heat. Red is heat, so this one's numbered out of 88. I forget they call it. It's some kind of red, but a nice one to be graded for sure. Like I said, anything that's numbered, I may want to grade in the future, depending on how it plays out with these guys and how soon I can ever get a PSA shipment. Some cards in my collection, some cards that are not Miami Heat cards, I may send the PSA first, because a lot of these Miami Heat players I'm almost want to hold on to, and not so much just for collecting them, but for investing them, because these are just young guys, so we don't know where their ceilings are yet, or it may take years for them to develop. I can't talk. So Fontecchio, once again, is a really cool card. I don't know if it's called a swirl, but there it is. It's not numbered. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. There it is. Out of 25. Yeah, that's 5 out of 25. That's the reason I bought it. It's a cool looking card. And the yellow, I think they do that just because on purpose. It's not a color match. I think Donruss put the yellow to match the jerseys. But it's a low numbered, 25. So if you get it for a good price, I think there's 2 cards in here. Which I did, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it, but I cannot recall what that price is. I would be completely guessing. I did not open this. I only cut it in half. Why did it not open? Must be sealed, must be glued or something. All right. The fear is that, we go a little too fast and we end up cutting a card. I think I've done that once, but not recently. I forgot about this. Now, this I love. Norman Powell. Storm and Norman. They're calling him this year. Storm and Norman. Guy's playing the best season of his career so far. If he keeps this up, bar none, best career. He never did anything like this with the Clippers. Oh, I can't get this thing open. Certainly when he was with Toronto, I think he was a bench guy in Toronto, coming off the bench. But yeah, he's been the Heat's top scorer so far. Now Tyler Hero just came back, so we'll see how they play together. But gosh, I'm sorry. This was like the number one off-season deal? I don't know what word I'm looking for. Acquisition, I think, in the NBA, because I've said it many times in the past. Norman Powell, all they needed to do is the Heat just gave up Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson. It's a win. And I'm quite frankly, I'm happier with the way Norman's playing than Butler did. Now, Jimmy Butler had some great playoff games. I didn't really watch too much when he did play, but he was more of a playoff guy. Now, Powell's been doing it here in the regular season. We'll see how he does when the playoffs come, because the way the Heat are playing, they're going to be in the playoffs this year. Anyways, gorgeous rookie card, select. It is not numbered, and there aren't too many Norman Powell rookie cards available. What is up with that corner? I think that's some kind of extra paper, so yeah, it's not showing up on that side. Okay, phew. Because this is a card I'd love to get graded. But anyways, beautiful looking card. Love this design. It looks like, like a frame. I love it. And any chance to get a Norman Powell rookie card, absolutely. So there's something else in here, and I have no idea what it is. Oh, you know what? I may have bought 2 of those. I did buy 2 of those. Ha! Yeah, sometimes that happens, especially from these guys. COMC or COMC, I don't know how it's pronounced. But sometimes these guys will have more than one available of the same card. And I saw that card, and I said, the price is right. I don't know. What did I pay for those? Maybe, I want to say about $10 each. No, I think it was less than that. This one's falling out of the holder. That's not good. Come on. There, get back in there. So, same card. Like I said, not numbered, but what a beauty. But Norman Powell, oh my gosh, he's been amazing. Just been amazing. Oh, man, I thought the warehouse was open. We're going to hit some Kiloware eventually. So, had to get the silver Davion Mitchell. Anytime I find these... Okay, that was just cut on the... I was looking at that. That's the sleeve that's been cut, not the card. Okay. Anytime I found these, they're only a couple bucks. That may change, especially if he keeps playing the way he's playing. But, you know, a silver prism rookie... When players get really good, I'm not saying Davion Mitchell is going to be like a superstar or even a star, but he's obviously a lot better than he is. I mean, than he's been. He's playing the best basketball right now. But sometimes these silvers, especially if they ever grade a 10, they get up there in price with some of these guys. So, you know, for a couple bucks, for now, great investment. And I have a lot more in the collection. I think I pulled some of those in the last shipment. So, the reason I end up with so much Fontecchio is I can get some nice Fontecchio cards cheap because, you know, again, another guy who was kind of a no-name before coming to Miami. So, rookie, scripts, autographed. It's interesting autograph. Some of these guys, their autographs are almost like just barely scribble. It's not numbered, but I remember getting this for real cheap. I think I got it for $5. And I was like, come on, a rookie auto for $5. Pretty much anyone is worth that just for the card itself, much less who's on it. Oh, let's see. What's the easiest way to cut through this without damaging? Guess I can cut through here. Try to feel where that card is. That's a little... Okay, here we go. Oh, no. No, I didn't cut through the card. Oh, thank God, because, you know, first Kiloware card, we cut through that. I bought from these people before. So this is the there's a mystery man hiding the face there with the sticker. This is the Silver Prism. We were just talking about this with Davion Mitchell. The Chinese variation. I've already got about 4 or 5 of these. They tend to go a little bit less than the regular version, so I don't know if that means they're just not as popular or there were more printed, but you know, I'm at the point, if there's a Kiloware Silver Prism rookie under $10, I am grabbing it all day long. And I've already got about, between the regular version and the Chinese variation, I'm close to about 20 of those. I gotta do a I am gonna do a Kiloware video actually coming up soon. So I'll talk more about Kiloware and my investments, and I'll show off my collection here. How it's expanded from last year to this year. Jaquez Jr. once again. So this is green rookie. It's numbered to 99, so that's one of the reasons I got it. You know, green and red, meh. Obviously, far from a color match. Not my preferred color anyways for looks, but I got it for a good price, numbered to 99. Why not? Why not? All right, here we go. So I got Jaquez Jr. more than anyone else, it seems. I was going to town. This card just looked pretty awesome. It's a city edition, but it's red. Obviously, color match. They got the Heat Culture jersey, actually, which is really cool. And I think... No, it's not numbered. I thought... Yes, it is numbered. There it is. 199. So, got a lot going on for it. Pretty looking card. The color match. Numbered. Good deal. That was $5, by the way. I remember getting that for $5. So, I said, you know, come on. Usually a numbered card for $5 can't be too bad. Especially if it's a rookie. And that's the thing, you know, all these guys, I'm buying their rookies. That's all I want to buy. I'm not going to waste the time taking this off, but, well, no. I don't know if that, I don't know if that's numbered. I don't want to waste the time taking this off, but it's like, it's a purple. But it's a die cut. You know I love die cuts. I've always talked about this. Love, love, love die cuts. So, that's so tempting, though, to keep in my PC. Maybe. At least for now, it's going to the PC. Everything, I mean, I got an eBay channel where I've got cards for sale. I haven't put anything on for a while, though. I'm just kind of racking up. I didn't order that guy. Just kind of racking up the cards here. So we got a Jaquez Jr. I don't know if it's a silver. What did I get? What did I get? Okay. The Hyper. And I think I got this one for $6? $5? Yeah, so I see less of these than the hollows, the regular silvers, but it seems to be the regular silvers go for a higher amount. And then this was thrown in. I have no idea who that is. Okay, that's going in a different pile. Nice they throw that in. It's a pretty looking card. All right. Appreciate you guys sticking with me on these. Still got a lot to go through, so... Pelle Larsson. Oh, Pelle Larsson. How could I forget about him? This guy. He will maybe make 1 or 2 baskets a night. It doesn't matter. The guy is a defensive dog. I mean, he will take a charge. He will take a headbutt to the chin. He will make the sacrifice for the team, and he's just another piece of this puzzle. To compare any team and this team to Oklahoma City would be asking for it. But there's a part of me that wants to say Miami Heat this year is like OKC light. Like very light. Like 0 calorie light maybe. But because we just have so much youth like them. And guys like Pella, you know, great defensive chips. And... we got offense, you know, as well. So, anyways, that's my argument that there's like a winkling of Oklahoma City Thunder with these guys. But Pella just reminds me of that because of his defense and his part of the puzzle that makes this Miami Heat team work. It's like OKC, you know, they got all these pieces of their puzzle. OKC though, they're just nuts. I mean, how many first round picks do they still have for the next 5 years? Oh, that's Lending Club. Oops. I was gonna say, interesting. I didn't feel a card in there. Mixed up the other mail. All right. Cool enough cards. Are they cool enough though? We'll see. Interesting, cool enough cards, you know, because we bring in the heat. Yeah, it's late at night. When you say stuff like that, you know it's late at night. All right, Jaquez. So, I got this card for $2. Nothing rare, but it's Tectonic. Tectonic? Oh, I better be careful how I say that. My point is, it's a pretty nice card. I love these cards. They're beautiful. I just like them. So for $2, I'm taking it all day long. Taking it all day. All right, what do we got? There's something else in here. A goodbye. Why, yes. Yes, I believe it was a goodbye. That's why I bought it. Davion Mitchell. Oh, wait a second. Now, what's going on here? I didn't get both of these, did I? Because some... excuse me. They will... Sometimes these sellers, they will throw in another card. Wow. Oh, no. I remember this. It was a 3-card lot. Okay. I wanted the lot for this card, which I'm looking at. It looks to be a little off-centered, isn't it? I'm always looking at the corners. I forget to look at centering. But I think I got the whole thing for $3. So, but this was in here. It's, you know, Davion Mitchell, rookie. And this pretty card, too. Also a rookie, so it's an NBA debut. It's not his base rookie. But hey, you know, 3 for $3. Davion rookies. Why not? All right. We said the warehouse is open, but I guess I didn't buy as many Kalawares this time around. I've been really going into all in on fun. Excuse me, I can't talk. All in on Fontecchio. Now this one. Oh, this is not numbered. Okay. Sometimes it's really hard to find the. Is this a yellow or a gold? See, now I can't remember. And there's some golds that aren't numbered. This may have just been a yellow. Okay. Well, I can't remember anything about that card. I can't remember what I paid for it or anything. But I can tell you if it was a yellow, I didn't pay much. If it's a gold, obviously you pay a little bit more, but I don't know. So this is the first Hawkes silver rookie that I bought raw. I've been buying these at PSA 10s because I started buying them at the beginning of the season. I saw like 1 or 2 games and I was like, he's a different player than last year. And I said, I'm investing now because I can tell he's a different player and he's doing good. Now, since then, you know, the price is going up a little bit harder to get them. I got them for, I got like 3 of them, like 25 each and another for 30. Raw, I think I got this for $8. And I said, you know, if it's under $10, I'll get it. Like I said, the tricky thing about this is I pay $8 and then the shipping and the PSA charges, you're looking at, now you're up 30 something bucks. And if it comes back a PSA 9, it's not worth more than that. Now, if it's PSA 10, great. That's the goal. And even right now, PSA 10, I was buying them for $30, you know, so he's got to keep playing well. So it's investment. And I could just sell it raw, you know, someday. Oh, I forgot about this card. Nice. You know, die cut, beautiful die cut. This is a really unique card. I've never been a fan of contenders. You know, they're obviously the cheaper card, I feel, but this one's cool. This one's cool. It's just so unique. I think it's numbered. Maybe we can take a quick peek here if I can get this off. I think it's numbered. Crown Jewels. Oh, it's got some wear on it. I think, so this is one of those situations, I knew this was going to happen, where I just see something that's really cool, and I hit the buy button. It's a buy it now. See, the front of this card looks great, but look at the back. There, and there. Whoa, and there. So, this is one of those cards. Looks cool. I like it. May never grade it. May just keep it raw. And that's fine. That's fine. If I was a true collector, I mean, the reason I can't collect this stuff is I got to get my money back. You know, because I shouldn't be buying all this stuff right now. But anyways, that's another topic. This is a nice looking card. I love the design of this card. It's not, you know, it's not numbered. I forget what it's called. Sparkle? No. I don't know the names of these. There's so many variations these days. The point is, it's a nice looking card. Colorware, obviously, gonna grab it. And it was a good price. I feel like any of the non-numbered Colorware Mosaic rookies, you know, $10 and under easily. And that one, I can't imagine I paid $10 for that. I wouldn't do it. I want to say it was $5. Other Colorware. Now, the draft picks, I have a bazillion of these, which I'll show you in my Colorware collection video coming up before the end of the year. Green is like, you know, the most common. I got this for $1. I can't resist. It's $1. So, I don't like green. It's not a color match. I think they're the most common after the base card itself, but, you know, for $1. Come on. It's Colorware. Now, speaking of, this one I made an exception for. I have a couple of these. Color match, even with his Indiana college Hoosier uniform there. Jersey, I should say, not uniform. But this one is numbered out of, was it 225? So it's still a higher number. But I got this one for a really good price. And I wouldn't buy them because I have so many now, unless they're a really good price. Now, what was that price? I can't remember. Darn it, I cannot remember. Thank you, see? Thank you, see? Thank for you, see? All right, what do we get here? What do we get? It's a Jaime Jaquez, of course. Yeah, I think I was watching some games with Jaquez at one point, and I was just like, man, he's just exploding. I said, I'm just buying Jaquez now. There was a couple days there I just went on a Jaquez spree. This one's numbered 175. Nice looking card. I do love the purple, even though it's not a color match. I like it. It works well with this design, with the jersey. It's black jersey mostly, so of course it works. But numbered to 175. I think $8 is what I got it for, I want to say. I kind of feel like I'm just throwing out numbers now, but I feel like I'm maybe guessing. All right. Now, this one I'm super excited about. I love this card. I think this is cool. It's numbered to 225. This is the basketball design. And yes, I paid a little bit more for this. And this is the thing. Here's what I like about it. It's a Prism Colorware rookie that is a parallel that is not, well, it's a numbered parallel. I'll put it that way. Buying these things raw, I mean, they're always like $50 or more. And in most cases, the really nice ones are hundreds of dollars raw. And then, of course, once they're graded at 10s, I mean, I've seen them, I think I've seen the gold for over $5,000 asking. Obviously, it's not sold, but asking. So I love this design, the basketball, the 225. I think I got it for $25, which I thought was fair. I thought it was very fair because, like I said, most of those numbered cards are $50 and above, and I just have to pass on them. I had thought about just, saving up money and just buying like one or two, but instead, here I am, not putting all my eggs in one basket, so to speak, but I still kind of am. That's all my Heat players. All right, what do we get here? Another Kalel. Now, like I said, this is the one I'm not going to stop buying these. If I see them less than $10, I am not, and they're looking in decent shape, I'm not going to stop buying these. Bandwagon breaks. So this has become my favorite rookie card of Kalel Ware currently. This is the English version, not the Chinese, but I will buy those all day long. And I have a reason for it, which I'm not going to use up any more of our time explaining that, but stick around. This is a reminder that I have not done hardly any baseball this year. In fact, I have not gotten into baseball. I just don't have the time. Any baseball that I still involve myself with on this channel is just, the stuff I remember growing up as a kid, from the 80s and 90s. So that's probably all you're going to see. I don't know if I'll ever get into new baseball. The funny thing is, Cal Raleigh, for the Mariners, I actually worked at the school he went to near Cullowhee, North Carolina. So I wasn't there when he was there. I actually, when I retired from my position there, he just came in as a student. But I know a guy here in town who is actually best friends with his father. told me the story that when Cal was born, this guy that I know, he is a huge Cal Ripken Jr. fan. And he put a signed baseball by Cal Ripken Jr. in his crib. And that Cal, Raleigh, Cal, his first name, is named after Cal Ripken Jr. So that's the story. So small world. Fontecchio, numbered to 25. So obviously, nice looking card. The white, loving it. I guess it's a white. It's mostly white. But anyways, numbered to 25. I got a lot of Fontecchios here. I hope he's cooled off, like I said. I hope he picks back up. Fortunately, I don't have to spend a whole lot of money on him. I did buy a gold flux for $40 in the last video, so not that I'm gonna die if, you know, he falls apart and will just have no value. I bought this one. You know, orange cracked ice is okay. Oh, that's right. It's $275. Sometimes I forget which ones. Oh, you know what? It's not. No. There's an orange that's not, and I could swear it was cracked ice, that's not numbered. I could be wrong. That may be because this is the mezzanine level. I don't have mezzanine level Colorwares, not that many. So the fact it was a mezzanine, but it was also a numbered. I had to grab it. Man, it's been so long since well, it feels like it's been so long. It really hasn't. I've gotten these cards in the last month, but I just can't recall what I paid for these. So I'll just kind of give you some roundabout figures here. Fontecchio once again. I think I just went through and I was like, man, Fontecchio, if he's a good price, I'm just buying them all up. So this is I think this is a purple disco, but it's numbered out of 20. So that's cool. Purple, the color match, kind of. Those Utah jerseys are more of a blue purple and not true purple. They're not true blue. There it is again, the Colorware. I'm going to buy these all day long. Going to buy them all day long. All right, so only a few more envelopes left to go. We'll crack open that box, show you what I got there. There is Fontecchio again. Rookie autograph, so this one's not numbered. I think the numbered autographs for anybody is going to be a little bit more than I'm willing to pay. But I know I got those for under $10. That's why I grabbed them. Now, that one may have been about $9, I want to say. Who we got here? Pelle Larsson again. This one I'm excited about because of the color match, and it's an auto. It's a nice looking card. I just hate that they're taped on though, because you can see the what really stinks about this is it part of the signature didn't make it on here because it went off the tape. So if it was an on-card auto, that wouldn't be an issue. It is numbered to 99 as well, so you know, red color match, numbered auto, but unfortunately, you know, if I was a purist, just a really hardcore purist collector, I wouldn't want this card. I wouldn't want that. But you know, maybe someone out there will see past that and want it. I'm not saying I'm giving it away. I still bought it. There it is again. You know it. You're going to be seeing these. You're going to be seeing these. I should do a whole video just on why I'm wanting to buy those silver Colorwares specifically. We got a Jaquez Jr. This is the one I think I bought for, I think it was $35. It was the lowest price I saw available. The even lower prices I bought all those up. So $35 for a 10 silver. Again, silver. There's a reason for this. Look up. Look up. Go look. Okay. That none of these guys were ever going to be Giannis or SGA or Doncic or Jokic, but look up their silver or Wemby even. Look up their silver rookies if you haven't. The PSA 10s. We're talking hundreds of dollars, hundreds and hundreds. Now I'm not expecting that with these guys, but yeah, I'm expecting, if they become a couple of years, some of these big stars, $100, $200. What is in here? I did not order all this. What the heck? Oh, this guy. Okay. I need to respond to him. I need to tell him thank you. He made me a deal, and I haven't said. I'm terrible at getting back. Okay. He threw in all these extra cards. It's a good deal. Okay, so this guy cut me a deal. We went back and forth, and I got all these Khalil wares for $40 shipped. They're mezzanine levels. 31 of them. And I believe they're all or mostly numbered. Okay, there's the orange one that's not numbered. I knew there was an orange one that's not. The cracked ice was. Here's a green Mojo. Okay. I know some of these are numbered. I paid $40 for all of them. $2.99. Okay. 99. So it's a blue, but out of 99. This is a cool looking card. It's kind of some kind of purple out of $2.49. The pink cracked ice out of 99. Got another blue out of 99. And we got the purple cracked ice out of 99. So, I wasn't worried about spending $40 for all those. You saw that only 2 of them were not numbered. So, and they're all Khalil Ware rookies. So, but as a bonus, you can see he threw in some nice things. This is a pretty good deal. A Jalen Wells rookie. I was actually interested in investing in Jalen Wells. I saw, now he's not been playing that tremendous, but he's got potential on a struggling Grizzlies team this year. If it was blue, then we'd have the nice color match. But, hey, throwing that in. And then we got a couple other cards, but look at that. I'll take it. Absolutely. Any Khalil Wares. Now, I normally don't buy those Don Russ cards, but you throwing them in. We got a Ricochet. Okay. Nice. Alexander Sarr. Cam Christie. All right. Threw him in. Good deal. Very good deal. I need to tell him my thank yous. I'm going to do that right when I'm done with this video. Okay. We got our last envelope, and then we'll crack open this box, and that will do it for this video. Did I just slice that card? Did I just do a big no-no? Oh, I could have just... those don't come out. Okay. So I said I could do it that way, and it almost didn't peel. All right. Let's see. What did I slice? Come on. Get out of there, man. I'm trying to be careful, but I'm also trying to be quick. All right. Oh, yeah, I don't want to slice this card. This was a cool card. I just thought this is cool. Contenders Optic lottery ticket. Which is funny. I'm from Florida, and I remember the Florida lottery and all that. So I don't think it has any relationship. That just But anyways, I was just like that brings back some memories. I didn't play the lottery. I was a kid, but people in my family did. Actually, I had a family. That's right. My grandmother won the lottery, $25,000. It was a scratch off. All right, so no wonder I needed this card. But anyways, I think it's a cool looking card. I think it's a great looking card. It's 25 out of 25. I love bookends. Doesn't matter if it's 1 or 20 or the last number, 25, 25. Love it. Love it. Great card. This feels like a PC card. I don't know. I may hold on to that a while. That's a nice looking card. All right, last but not least, let's get this box in here. So you can see this Amazon box. It wasn't from Amazon, but I'm going to open it off screen here. Maybe. I'm going to cut through the tape here. But you can see what's in the box. Now this is stuff I typically have bought on eBay, but I've been buying all these singles lately. But this is why it's beeswax packs, because of this stuff. All right, obviously nothing rare. But I got it for $40, and honestly $40 is the cheapest you are going to get this box. Why did I get this box? Well, here's the thing. I got a lot of these boxes. I'm stacking them up because if I see them for $40, I'm buying them all day long. It's got one of my favorite Michael Jordan cards, you know, and I want to get about 2 or 3 of those per box. And I know I can buy them, but I like pulling them out of these boxes. There's just something nice about just pulling them out of packs, making the videos to do it. And obviously, if you buy them out of the packs, you're not guaranteed to get high grade, but you got a better shot rather than someone who's been handling them raw over the years. So I'm going to keep adding them to the collection. And here's the thing. If you get one PSA 10, okay, I spent $40 on this. With the shipping, it was 40, was it 45? Okay. No, it was $40. No. It's $48 shipped. That's what it was. $48 shipped. PSA, I sent it in a Jordan, let's say $30. So let's round it all up to $80. If I got one Jordan, PSA 10, let's say my cost was $80. This and sending in that Jordan. A PSA 10 Skybox Jordan, $150 to $200 easily. There it is. And I could get 2, I could get 3. We'll see. But anyways, this is probably the cheapest product you can buy right now. So if you're thinking about getting back into basketball, especially that older, early 90s stuff, Skybox has always been pure nostalgia. I've loved this design. I still love these cards. Love the cards. So it's not just the Jordan. I love these cards. But at the same time, it's great that there's a card design that you love that brings back the good feels. You got Michael Jordan, and it's $40. It's the cheapest box there is out there that's officially licensed, you know. So do it if you're thinking about getting back into. This was the first product I bought when I got back into collecting just over a year ago. I said, man, when I get back into collecting, I know what I want. I want these Skybox. And lo and behold, they're the cheapest ones out there. Yeah, they printed 10 billion of them, but hey, everything I just listed, I think it's still worth it. All right, guys, appreciate you for following. Stay tuned. I'm not gonna have any more mail for a while. I'm trying to cool it off because I want to do a PSA submission. But before then, we're gonna get back to the Jordan hunts. We're going to do some end of the year updates on my Michael Jordan collection and my Khalil Ware collection. And I'll give you a little preview of this little office space here. See what you think. It's nothing much, but maybe I get a few more things done, and then I'll show you a little bit of that next time. Appreciate you guys. We went way too long, 45 minutes, but I love doing it. See you next time.